was thicker than a smoky fume, and lies are waited in a room. And Benny loved her like he loved no one. The way she laughed and hold a smoking gun. The way she always said what's done is done, and he's not the only one. Love is a gentle thing. Yours is thicker than a velvet ring. Yours is thicker than a velvet ring.
Everyone, March Madness is just 2 weeks away, and we wanted to give you all a preview of the schedule that's ahead of us. So for dress up schedule, Monday is meme day.
Tuesday is going to be beach day, and Wednesday is going to be anything but a black day.
Then to finish us off Thursday, it's going to be pink out.
Right here we got a set list of our activities for the day after school. Monday, March 16th, we have puzzle contest, pickleball, trivia, and volleyball, and cribbage.
March 17th, Tuesday, is 5v5 basketball, cornhole, strongest Eddie, Mario Kart, and art challenge.
Good. Okay, we only have 4 activities on March 18th. Those 4 activities are dodgeball, just dance, bowling, and chess.
And then March 19th, which is the day of the pep rally, to finish the week off, we have Hungry Hungry Hippos, the 3-legged race, musical chairs, and inflatable race. Can't wait to see you guys all for March Madness and the Winter Carnival.
This is Eddie's Echo News with an important reminder about something we all use every day, the cafeteria. Lately, staff members have noticed that a lot of trash, trays, and food are being left behind on tables and floors after lunch. While it might seem like a small thing, it actually creates a big problem for our custodial staff and students who use the cafeteria after you. Our custodians work extremely hard to keep the school clean and safe for everyone. When amounts of food are left behind, it takes extra time and effort for them to clean it up. That time could be spent keeping other areas of the school clean and ready for the next day, or keeping the school ready to learn. Cleaning up after yourself is a simple way to show respect for our school and for the people who work here every day, like teachers and more. So here are a few things everyone can do to keep the cafeteria clean. Throw away all trash before leaving your table. Return trays and utensils to the proper places. Check the floor around you, see if anything you might have dropped. Leave the table the way you would want to find it. Let's work together to keep our cafeteria a place we can all be proud of. Thanks for listening, and I hope that you all have an amazing day and keep this brand new rebuilt school clean like it always should be. My name is Cameron. I am a reporter with Eddie's Echo News. I appreciate you both for allowing me to interview today and accepting my invitation to interview. Can you just say your names and your grade?
I'm Sadie Jarnovich. I'm a freshman. I'm Gretchen Dunbar, and I'm also a freshman.
Okay, so my first question is going to be, what do both of you think about the high school reopening in Lewiston this coming school year instead of staying in Auburn where it formerly resided last year?
I think a lot of people are excited because it's a good opportunity and everyone should have the chance to go to a Catholic school option in the area. And many people are also excited to get back together and go to school with their friends.
Okay, thank you. My second question is going to be, what was being a student at St. Dom's Academy like to both of you personally?
It was like being part of a family. There was not a lot of students there, so it was a very close-knit community, and it was a big part of my life. Yeah, everyone knew each other and everyone knew all the teachers.
Okay. How did you feel when St. Dom's closed and you transitioned to Edward Little High School?
I was kind of upset to be losing like the family I had last year, but I know that it must have happened for a reason and it ended up working out great. Yeah, I was excited for a new beginning of this school.
Okay. My last question is gonna be how have both of you adjusted socially and academically at Edward Little?
I think academically it's pretty similar to what St. Dom's was. And socially, I already had a lot of friends that went here, but everyone was welcoming and I made a lot more. Yeah, academically, if you take all honors classes, it's like pretty much the same.
That's good. Well, thank you for your time today and sharing your memories and experiences. I wish you both the best of luck in your educational journey, and thank you for allowing me to interview you today. Okay, good morning. My name is Cameron. I am a reporter at Eddie's Echo News. This is Mr. Bressler. I appreciate you taking the time to come to this interview opportunity today.
Well, my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so my first question is going to be what brought you to St. Dom's and how long did you teach at that school?
Okay, I ended up teaching there for 15 years, and what had happened was in July of 2003, I had gotten out of the Army, and I wanted to be in Maine after I left the military, and I applied to 75 different places. I received one interview, and that was at St. Dom's, and I was interviewed on a Friday, got the job on a Friday, and school started Monday.
Wow. All right, so my second question is going to be, looking back, do you think anything could have been done differently to be able to keep a school open in Auburn last school year, or what was done differently?
I think a lot of things could have been done. I don't want to go into local politics, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I think, like as stated before, a lot could have been done. The closure of St. Dom's was a long time in coming, unfortunately, and so I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay, so my third question is going to be, when you looked into Edward Little, what was your first impression of this school since you were looking to switch from a private Catholic school to a public high school?
Well, the first thing I thought was, wow, the building was old, because I started at the older building, so it was really old. I also thought, wow, I'm going from 200-300 kids to now over 1,000, so it was going to be quite big. But I knew quite a few of the families already, and I knew a few of the kids, and so I was very lucky to have taught at Auburn Middle School for 2 years prior, so I knew a whole bunch of the kids. So to me, it felt like a very seamless transition because of my time at the middle school.
Okay, thank you. And my final question today is going to be, what was your reaction when you heard St. Dom's would reopen in Lewiston, which will be located in the Peck Building in Lewiston this coming school year?
I was very excited because St. Dom's is a small, very rabid and loyal community, and so I know a lot of people that really want the school to be open. They want to send their kids or their relatives there, and I totally respect that. There's a lot of good kids that are part of the St. Dom's community, and I really want it to stay open. I think it's important to have different choices, because not every school fits every kid, and so I think that especially if you're Catholic and you want a Catholic education, and then you want to be at a school that has a 75+ year history, and maybe your parents went or your grandparents went, then St. Dom's is the perfect school for you. But once again, there should be a lot of opportunities for education for kids, and not just one.
Okay, that was my last question. Thank you for taking the time to come to this interview today.
My pleasure, thank you.
Good morning. Hi, my name is Cameron. I am a reporter with Eddie's Echo News. I appreciate you taking the time to come to ER for the interview with the school newscast today.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be here. Thank you for taking the time to do the interview. You know, it's always a pleasure to talk with our students.
Yeah, alright, so my first question is going to be, what inspired you, or what in teacher inspired you guys to become the superintendent of schools for Auburn, and what would you say has kept you motivated and interested in this position?
Well, I will start off. I grew up here in Auburn and I attended local schools, so the community means a great deal to me. And I've also had the privilege of working in the Auburn School Department for over 30 years. I started out as an ed tech, and then I became a classroom teacher, a literacy specialist, an assistant principal, a principal, the assistant superintendent, and now the superintendent. So I know the staff here, and I know the students and families very well.
Did you want to say anything, Estenia?
Sure, I've had a pretty similar path as Dr. Doris. I've been here over 25 years. Similar, started as a tutor, then an ed tech, then a teacher, and then a special ed coordinator, assistant principal, and then the principal here, and then assistant superintendent, and have grown up my entire life here in Auburn, attended Auburn schools. And in terms of what has ever inspired me, like, I had such an awesome experience. Like, I want everyone to have that same type of experience. The Paige Saffords, English teachers of old, who took you under their wing and held these high standards and made you feel like you could conquer anything, even when you struggled in class. I want that for everyone. I want kids to have that kind of experience. Like, those were really powerful, and so as a member of the community, I want that for all.
Thank you. And my second question is going to be, is how do the decisions you make affect younger children and students like us in Auburn?
Well, every decision that we make ultimately affects students, whether it's about the curriculum or transportation or the budget or are we going to have a snow day. It's always about the students. So whenever we make a decision, we're always asking, how is this going to impact our students?
Exactly. Like, every decision is rooted in how's this impact students, and is this the best that we can do for our students? Like, literally every single decision is formulated around how do we do this for students.
Yeah.
If there aren't students, then there aren't schools. So that's what schools are built for, students. So everything is structured around how do we do this. Whatever the decision, small or large, is rooted in doing what we can best for students.
And I would also add, safety is always our top priority. So we always filter through that.
That's good, thank you. And my third question is going to be, is what would your long-term vision for the school district and students in Auburn be?
It's a great question. We want to continue with our tradition of academic excellence, and we also want to be a school community that values its people. I think that's really what makes the Auburn School Department what it is the great people that we have, the staff, the students, the families, and the broader community.
I think you can't see it until you feel it, but the notion of once an Eddie, always an Eddie rings true on a daily basis. And so what do I want to see? I want everyone who comes through the doors of an Auburn school to feel like once an Eddie, always an Eddie. And that they feel that sense of connection, that sense of value, that sense of being part of something bigger than them. Because I think that is one of those attributes about attending school in Auburn that separates us from everyone else. Because I think, the notion of once an Eddie, always an Eddie is just embedded in the community, and I want everyone to have that same sense of feeling from that.
Thank you. And my last question actually is going to be, when you look at our district and the school, what makes you most proud?
Well, at the end of the day, you know, everything we do is about the students. I'm proud of the students, I'm proud of the staff, I'm proud of the school department. It's all of it together. It's the people.
I would echo that. You know, we are always so proud of our students and our staff. The things that you can't see is I'm super proud of how everyone works so well together. Whether it's student to student, students with staff, or the staff. We strive to not make decisions or move things forward in a silo, that we've brought lots of people together. The stakeholders is a term everyone uses, but bringing people together and being very collaborative, so that all can feel like they've had a part of that. I'm pretty proud of how we've been able to do that, and that is kind of like an ongoing legacy. Like, if someone was to come in and say, it's going to be done my way no matter what, it would really send ripples, because that's not the path that we've done historically here. It's been a collaboration of bringing folks together to work together on big things and little things.
Thank you. Is there anything else you would like to add, or you would like the audience to know about?
I think what I would hope people know is that we are readily available and open to listening and working together, and that we hold the same kind of pride that everyone else does for our entire district. It's pretty common that people, high schools are flagships for a district, but every school in our district holds just as much importance as anybody else. And I would hope that people understand that we hold that in high regard.
And I would just add that it's an honor to serve in the roles that we serve in, and we're always going to do everything that we can to ensure that we provide the best education to every student.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your time today. We appreciate your commitment to the Auburn School Department, and we thank you for coming to EF for this interview opportunity.
Always a pleasure
Yes.
to be with kids.